Welcome, Carlos Academy. Today we are going to discuss our model paper 3. Okay, so I suppose you would have felt that little easy. So this model paper is again based on your board pattern, section A, which consists of 40 marks. So it consists of 2 questions. Question 1, 20 MCQs, and question 2, 10 2-mark questions. And like there is a small instruction I have given you during the exams itself. That is, your section A, you have to complete within first 40 minutes, correct? 40 marks, 40 minutes. And then you have got another 60 marks, another 60 minutes. In section B, out of 6 questions given, you have to write 4 questions. So per question, 15 minutes, 15 marks, 15 minutes. And when you do like this, when you practice like this, you will get 20 minutes of time. So when you are not able to complete one question within the particular time, just leave some space and skip to the next question. So you will not end up losing full 15 marks at the end. Okay, and with this 20 minutes, come back, take 10 minutes to finish off whatever left out works. And the remaining, what do you say, 10 minutes, you can use it for cross-checking all your answers and check whether you have given the right question number, you have highlighted the final answer. And while writing, wherever dry run is required, you have to give that. Okay, even if it is MCQ, put a rough line and then show the working over there. Don't always be overconfident. Do the dry run and find the answers and write it. As well as in section D, like for the programs, starting comments, in between comments, and variable listing. These are the must. And if you are giving sample output, the sample output means how you will look in your system when you are running the program. What will be the output you will be getting? The same thing has to be written down. Okay, for example, if it is a bigger program, say if it has to take 10 variables or like 20 variables, there like you write sample output. Here, it is the array size is taken only as 3. So for just 3 values, I am showing the sample output. Write a note and then give it. Okay. So now let's get into this question paper, section A, the first question. Okay. Can you tell like what is the answer for this? Pick the odd one out. You have got inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, and procedure. Which is the correct answer?
Ma'am, D, procedure.
Yeah. D, procedure. And while writing this MCQs, give this option and then write it in full. Don't leave it in between. So over here, can you identify the unary operator?
C, exclamation or
that is not. Okay. So the remaining 3 plus multiplication, that is for addition, multiplication, and for division, they need 2 operands on left and right, which will be in the middle, right? 1 operator, 2 operands, the binary operators. But this not, you write not A, not B, or no, sometimes you have it with a shorthand not equal to 10, and it becomes a logical operator. Okay. So it is option C, not. What is the difference between unary and binary operator?
Ma'am, B, single operand, 2 operands.
Yes, single operand, 2 operands. And the keyword which indicates that a method has no return type is
A, void.
A, void. Very good. The keyword that makes the variable as class variable is
C, static.
okay. Here, what do you mean by class variable? The static variable, the other name is class variable. Like it is common. See, it is commonly available like in an apartment, the clubhouse is common for everybody, right? Likewise, there is a common memory location. Each and every object, they go there and use it, okay? And you have to be very careful. The static S is small, C, static. The memory capacity of float data type is float data type.
B 4 bytes.
B, 4 bytes. Try to remember we are using Unicode system. So in Unicode system, we don't have the byte separate data type. It starts with minimum 16 bits, that is 2 bytes. So our character data type consists of 2 bytes, integer and float. Both have 4 bytes, and short is also 2 bytes. Then we have got long and double, 8 bytes. Okay, so over here answer is B, 4 bytes. Storage size of short data type is in
A
bits.
16 bits.
Yes, 16 bits. Even if it is character text also, it is 16 bits. The token public is a
A
public
keyword.
keyword. Okay, you have 5 types of tokens in Java, am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, which are all?
Keyword, operator, separator, literal, and keyword, operator, literal, separator.
What is the other one?
I'm not sure of the last one.
What about you? So there are 5.
Ma'am, even I'm not sure.
Okay, find out. Fine. Yes. So token A is a
Ma'am, B literal.
B literal. That's correct. And what is this? Equivalent to?
C operator.
Yes. The separator are also called as punctuators. You know that, right? So the token, curly braces, open and close curly braces, known as?
D separator.
Very good. D separator. Okay. Can you tell the difference between if-else if and switch case statement? Can you tell it to me first before showing the options?
Ma'am, I think switch case will evaluate like only with character or integer.
Very
And
good.
if else will evaluate with
Anything, integer,
character.
expression, character, pointer, floating point, or Boolean data type. So this is the major difference between the if condition. It is not just if, else, if, and switch case. See, there are only 2 conditional constructs in Java, if and switch. So the major difference is switch. It has multiple options, but only one option will be executed, and that option, it should be either a character or integer. Okay, so when we are going for this switch, normally we will be getting the enter the choice, correct? Mostly it is used in the menu driven programs. Fine. For menu driven programs, always start with show the menu. And if it has to be controlled by the user, you have to give the do while loop. Inside the do, print the menu, get the option, and then start switch statement. Fine. So one more menu that suppose if 3 options are like 3 functions has to be done, the 4th one will be the exit option. Okay, so why? Choice not equal to 4. Like that, you will be keep on executing. So here the answer is 4. Can you tell me the output of this? So you have got string p is equal to It is a string data type 20 within double quotes. Q again, it is a 19 is a string. Okay. And now int a, we are using the wrapper classes. So parse int of p. So it becomes a has the value 2020 integer. B has the value. We are retrieving the value of like Q, object Q, the string Q, the string object, right? So it has the value 19. So what will be the output?
Ma'am, 2019.
2019. Why?
Ma'am,
Here you
because
have
both
got,
become integer and there is a double quotes in between.
yes. So there is a null string added in between. Otherwise, suppose if it is not there, A plus B means the answer would have been different. Am I right? Yes. So it is option A, 2019. It is not a type of error in Java. I have shown some 4 errors, which is not the type of error in Java.
D, static dynamic error.
The static dynamic error. Okay. See, data type of RES result after the following is executed. I'm asking the data type. Okay. So what is the data type of this? What we are doing?
Boolean.
Yes, it is Boolean. Okay. See, we are checking with the character wrapper class function. It's digit of CH. 9 is a character. Even in single quotes, it's Boolean. Okay. So what will be the value stored in RES?
C, true.
C, true. Very good. Okay. What is the difference between the linear search and the binary search?
Ma'am, binary search needs a sorted array.
Yes, option A, binary search needs a sorted array to work upon. This is the major difference between the linear search and the binary search. And there are a few more differences that you know, right? We will be discussing that shortly. Return data type of the following function starts with this. That's on the answer. It is a Boolean, correct? Make sure it is small b, capital B Boolean will become some other different type. Okay. The return data type of the function random. Answer.
Ma'am, C double.
C double. Okay. So the next question, yes. Output of the following math dot square root of math dot max of 9 comma 16. What is it?
4.0.
4.0. Why? That option is D. Why?
Because
What?
it's a math function.
Yes, math functions, like so you could tell most of the math functions, until and unless you are specifically mentioning it as something of integer form, it produces double output. Okay, output of the type double. So even if you are getting while solving whole integer, write it as 4.0. 0.0. Okay, so like even when you are doing sample output, make sure if you have the double data type, your sample output, you should give the value double. Okay, as well as when you have something double and have a longer mathematical expression where 22 by 7 is given while I am in the question, you should give 22.0 by 7. 22 by 7 by default it will become integer division. Okay, so the point values will be left out. Suppose if it has become 7 by 22, value would have become 0, but 7.0 by 22, it will give the like decimal digits. Okay, now we are moving on to the second question. I have shown the one. So a Java expression for the following. See, this is the straight line for the absolute value. Okay, it is available in the math class. Math.abs of this, it is x square. See, as it is x square, it is not compulsory you have to use math.power of x comma 2. You can directly give it as x into 2, x star x plus 2 xy. You have to be very careful when all these things are coming. The operator should be given between them. By seeing it, we know like 2xy means it is 2 into x into y. But system doesn't know, and semicolon is important. Okay, so this is math dot abs, absolute value of x star x plus 2 into x into y. Make sure there is always space between the operator and operand. Okay, so if the value of basic is equal to 1500, what will be the value of tax after the following statement is executed? Can you tell me the answer?
Ma'am, tax is 200.
See, basic is given, basic is equal to, you can take down how you have to write it down and then show the, give the answer highlighted. Okay, basic is 1500. That is basic greater than 1200. If you want, you can put a line and write like this. You can do 1500 greater than 1200 is true, or put another one line like this and tell that it is true. Okay, so tax is 200. Output of the following code and mention how many times the loop will execute. Okay, so try to do it, make it fast. So over here, IND,
Ma'am, the output will be 4 and 2 and loop will execute 5 times.
Okay, do you accept with the answer?
I accept that, yeah, because first it's taking 5 and
Okay,
then it's decrementing the I minus minus, it's decrementing it.
very good.
That 5 value is not taken. So, and then that I modulus 2, after that
See,
it will it'll take 4 as the first value. It will,
okay. Okay, let me tell it. Okay, so you can write it like this. You can show the execution steps. Okay, for the first time, I is equal to 5. Am I right? See, we have declared integer I. And now I is equal to, you are assigning the value 5. And it gets inside if I percentage stands for modulus. 5 modulus 2 equivalent to 1. Yeah, it is true. So what happens? Continue. What is the beauty of continue? It abandons whatever happens later on in the code segment and goes back to the checking. But over here, that is the only one statement in this if construct. Okay, so it goes back to this, correct? Whatever is there after this, it is abandoned and it comes over here. So like now I has become 4. So what it will be doing? It is not correct. So the after the if it comes, this is skipped and it prints I and a space, that is 4 and then space. Okay, then you have got similarly it goes on 4 to, that is the output, correct? So okay, how you will do this? Evaluate the following expression. If the value of x is equal to 2, y is equal to 3, z is equal to 1.
Ma'am, v is equal to 9.
V is equal to
9.
9. Okay, so how you are going to do? Take it down again. Yes, given x is equal to 2, y is equal to 3, z is equal to 1. Okay, so you rewrite it. X plus minus minus z, I am giving purposely some space, plus y plus with space plus plus y. So it is, for x value, it is 2. And what is happening? Minus minus is that. So below line, we show it in bracket. What is the z value? Is it 1? 1 minus 1, that is 0. You put over here. Plus y value 3 plus y. So it goes to the memory location and increments the value of y before taking it to the plate. Correct? So v is equal to 9. So the difference between the call by value and call by reference. Okay. Can you tell it?
So call by reference, the reference like of the actual parameter is like passed to the method.
Yeah, reference of the memory location is being passed. We directly work upon the memory location, okay, in the call by reference. In call by value, only the copy of the variables are passed. The working variables. To that, for example, the memory location is not touched. The original values are preserved. So the call by value functions, we call them as the pure functions, whereas the call by reference, we call them as the impure functions, with the exception string. Okay, string belongs to the reference data type, but it works like a call by value. Okay, so when there is a 2-mark question, minimum 3 points. I will tell 4 points you write. At least 3 points you try to write. Okay. So what is the output of the following? We have got string S1 is equal to Phoenix. Then S2 is equal to island. So
Ma'am,
S1
Phoenix land and then I land in capital.
Yes. So you have to show the working. See here, maybe you would have done it once or twice. Now you know that very clearly, but show the working. S1 is equal to Phoenix, S2 is equal to island, S1 dot substring of 0. So it starts from 0 and goes on fully, right? It is for a Phoenix. S2 dot substring of 2. So 2 is 0, 1, 2. From L, there is no end position given. So it goes on again full. So now concat substring of this Phoenix land and S2. S2 is still island. Okay. So that is made to capital letter. Okay. For this, the next 2 questions are with the same string array. It has artificial intelligence, IoT, machine learning, and big data. Okay. System dot outer println of x of 3 is
Big data.
yes, 0, 1, 2, 3. Big data. What is the length? X dot length?
4.
4. There are 4 elements. Okay. What do you mean by package? See, package is a collection of similar collection of classes which does similar functionalities. See, group of classes which are somewhat related, which does the similar functionalities. For example, if you give example, okay, whenever it is possible in computer science, give example. If you have that java.lang package, the math classes inside that, and then wrapper classes inside that. Okay, so there are multiple classes inside one package. Difference between the unary and binary operators?
Ma'am, unary operators require 1 operand to work. Binary operators require 2 operators to work.
Two operands. Okay, and there is, see, like we don't have much to write over here. So show one example with output. Correct? Yes. Then differentiate linear search and binary search. It is a kind of repetitive question in MCQ also. I have asked because most of the papers based on the previous exam papers. So like when I converted, when I couldn't find much, a little bit of repetition, the previous year papers converted to your current model pattern, right? So linear search, it starts from the, it works on any array, unsorted array, okay? But binary search, it requires a sorted array to work upon. Linear search, it starts from the first value and keeps searching incrementally. It keeps searching the next values till it finds it. And binary search, it divides the array into two, finds the and checks whether it repeatedly divides the array into two till it finds the required element, correct? And linear search is comparatively slow. Binary search is faster because we use the divide and conquer rule over here. And it is little bit of this much is enough for you. If you are going for high level, the linear search, it requires n big O of n, detail, the complexity. Binary search, big O of log n. That is what the difference between the linear search and the binary search. Okay, so with this, like we have completed the session, section A answers, correct? And in the next section or next video, like I will be showing the section